They managed to pull it back, this to the Caribbean, and they pull it back in the mighty blows as well. They're two strong blokes. And as you said, I mean, it's arguable. Paul Sterling, you seem to be liking him at this stage. He has done exceptionally well, and these are the headaches that the captain normally gets in this format. Not much time to actually...
Yeah, Ali Khan from the mighty Chips end is the one with the ball now. What ball? In the block hole, nicely dug out. Come and steal a single there. Good start for Ali Khan. It's perhaps one can say in favour of the skipper himself not to give him another over is because of the fact that he's not a regular bowler, Paul Sterling. So he's gone back with the experience of others around. Lovely start from Ali Khan.
I like this bloke, Ali Khan. There hasn't been that much big talk about him, but he's come on the scene and he's done exceptionally well from the previous game and up to now as well. You can tell the confidence that he's got from the previous delivery, which is not so easy to execute at this stage of the game. Bowling to these two well-set two batters. You miss your length, you know you're going to fetch. And he's showing the experience and the talent that he possesses, which is really, really good to see.
This is the second match for both the teams. Dhaka Dynamites in both matches have batted first. Shot, but there is a fielder. Only be a single. And the first time that they were played was a night game, and they managed to score 189 for 5. Big opening partnership of 116 between Narayan and Zazai. And once again, Dhaka Dynamites looking at a very strong batting side. 160 for 4, 200 on the cards here. If these two can stay, it can go beyond that. Bit off inside the circle. There's a man at a wideish long off. Well bowled, really well bowled. In the block hole, it is wide, cannot reach out. Very good for Ali Khan.
Yeah, very good ball, that wide Yorker, not so easy to execute as well, and it brings a lot of troubles for batters. It's not an easy shot to play as well. You can tell with the filter that he's got. Wide third man, very wide third man, which does suggest that that is the ploy to ball full and wide outside off stump. But then again, to execute is a different story. Here we go.
Shot. It's gone. Takes more. He cannot believe it. It was not in the slot. It's a powerful, powerful shot from Russell. But he got underneath it and hit it quite nicely to get the maximum.
We talked about how strong these two are. Have a look at that. You miss a length, you're always going to fetch, and there's quite strong blocks as well. 73 meters, it got the distance, but I tell you what, it's not an easy shot to play. It wasn't actually straight. Got the bottom half of the bat and still sailed away for 6.
Powerful blow. This one well bowled, good comeback from Ali Khan. Again, a Yorker. That's what they will be searching for. Bowlers will need to this kind of a job in the dead. Who can bowl the Yorkers? Batsman to come. Hassan, it's striker of 123. I thought he played a really good innings in that first match when he scored 38 of just 14 to ensure that they go on to pick up 189 for 5. Rubul Hussain bowled really well in that match. 3 for 7 in 3 overs for him.
They do have a good batting lineup. They bat deep. And having these two also is an added advantage to the side. That should be a wide. You do not want to be bowling extra deliveries to these two. That's one thing for certain. I'll tell you what's actually quite interesting. I'm having a look at the change of fields and the set plans to these two batters out there. This is the previous delivery. Gliding it down leg. He wants the ball straight, because if you have a look at the field set, he's got, I don't know what position you'd actually call that, behind the bowler. And I don't know, what would you call that, Atta?
Behind the bowler.
Behind the bowler?
It's a very interesting field placement because he's there when Pollard is on strike, and they feel that he likes to hit straight down the ground. Oh, what's the bowler had? Just like that. Take that. That is great captaincy. That is fantastic work from the innovative Mahmudullah. Brilliant.
Brilliant indeed. Unorthodox field. Worked very well for him. All worked out to the plan. Talk about precision and the well thought process from the captain. Have a look at that full toss. Yes, he's hit that pretty well. It looks pretty disappointed, but
can do the similar kind of damage. Wow, ball. Really well bowled from his in the block hole. He's got the experience.
Yeah, well executed Yorker that from David Visa, showing his wealth of experience. And bowling to over.Russel is, well, it's not easy. Because you know you miss your length, you're going to fetch. The room for error is very, very marginal at this stage of the game.
Good skills from him. That's not bad at all because it was wide, but not that wide. He's still stuck in his crease, so he had to reach out and missed it completely. So 2 dots on the trot.
What I like about this as well with the plan to over.Russel, he's got the mid-off up, but the mid-off is very straight and he's got a deep extra cover, which suggests that he's going to go slightly wide and fuller length. There you go, straight mid-offish. He's hit that fairly hard. Didn't take the single though.
Yeah, you can see the difference between Russell and Pollard. Pollard hits much straighter down the ground and it goes a little bit wider. That's why you have that wideish long off in place. He has a mid-off inside the circle. So the idea for Russell is to perhaps try and hit it over the mid-off fielder instead of going square on the offside. That should be a wide, and it is a wide.
Yeah, it's always a fine line. Again, if you miss your lines, you're going to give away those extras, and you don't want to be bowling too many extras. There's already been 15 of them thus far. And it is a good plan as well to have that deep extra cover, because over.Russel is not well known for bombing the bowlers straight. He plays with an open face a little bit. And David Visa, it shows you how much. That's it in the air and in the gap as well. Until they manage to cut it out, they're only going to pick up 2.
It's turning out to be a good over. With the 2 runs, he's only given away 3 in this over. That's gone up in the air. The bowler himself has called for it, and he takes it. That is a very good wicket. Not an easy catch to take off his own bowling, but he took it very nicely indeed. Russell goes.
Very, very difficult catch that was. I mean, that went up high. Tried to heave it outside leg stump as well, clearing his front leg, but miscued it so bad and went straight up in the air. David Visa. It took a long time as well to get to him. Very good catch in the end. Made it look pretty easy, but I tell you what, they're not as easy catches. Another one up in the air. Where's it going to land? And it kicks it straight over the boundary. Oh my word.
Unlucky, very, very unlucky. Lucky for the batsman. 4 to finish the over. Once again, it was a slower delivery. Couldn't reach it, but unfortunately, he just kicked it over to the boundary ropes. 175 for 6. Then I did mention we spoke to him and within the match that he would be looking to chase something around 170. 2 more overs to be bowled, and they've already picked up 175 for 6. Let's have a look at the last ball of the previous over. It was a really good over. Again, a slower delivery. Showa got home, trying to clear the field. Just could not reach it, but look at that, what happened. He just kicks it on and then the ball goes through the boundary. Unlucky, very, very unlucky. He might have just hurt himself also, Ali Khan.
Yeah.
Ensuring that he don't give that many runs because then the Dynamites will be over the moon. 175 for 6. Nurul Hassan is on strike. Can strike them big also, don't forget that. Ali Khan just gone out of the field. Coming round the wicket, a good start for Shoriful. Just a single there. They're looking for a second, never there.
Yeah, good slow ball to start off with as well. Shoriful, he needs to come back here. He's been expensive his first 2 overs, but he's got 2 new batters that can also bat and that can also hit it, and they can be destructive. And this may be the time also to bounce back. But then again, they need to get to the 200 target if they can. It's not going to be easy. It's the execution that is the key here from here on.
Short one pulled away, not in control. They're looking to come back for the second. They're running hard, tight on. Not a great throw. Not a great throw at all. Could have been tired. It was right on top of the stumps.
There's a bit of a mix-up as well from perhaps the communication. I'm not quite sure where he was throwing there. Good running in the end. But he's thrown that right down the middle of the wicket. Have a look at that. Which end was he going? Not quite sure.
Ariful Haq, the fielder. That's well bowled again. Just want to make sure that they do not leak any boundaries. That's what the bowlers will be thinking at the moment. Shoriful Islam. Go to home. 2 6s and 5 4s in that previous innings of 30 to 14. Have a look at Ema's last 2 overs. The bowled fuller, a little bit wider also. They picked up a couple of wickets. Just one down the leg side. Quite a few in the Yorker length also. They've been very good. Again, just rolling the wrist over. Just been a little bit sloppy in the outfield. Extra run been taken.
Yeah, not ideal out in the field. You almost feel for the bowlers. They're trying so hard. It hasn't been easy. It's proven to be a good wicket to bat on. If you can save as many runs as you can on the field, this is not required. It's a bit unlucky though. You had it. Take your time and make sure that you grasp the ball.
Again, a slower delivery. It's turning out to be a good over for Titans, and he would want to finish it nicely here. Ball moves to a 182 for 6.
Yeah, we talk about bowling at the death, and he needed to come back as well. Yes, he has been expensive, but this over in particular has been exceptional. Bowling to 2 new batters, and it's not an easy wicket to come in and have it go straight away. But once you're set, you can make some damage.
Good over. Really good over from Shoriful Islam. Leg by. But ball again, the Yorker length. They've been very good in the last few overs, I can tell you that.
They've been very good in the last 2 overs. Yes, the bowling has been exceptional, but also the batting, even though they haven't been getting boundaries, they've been rotating the strike pretty well, turning the singles into 2s. The fielding has not been the greatest. A bit sloppy, I feel. Well, it looks like it out in the field. Turning out to be a mammoth of a score, though.
Again, something to learn, a thing or two from David Weiss. Ones who are watching here. Any youngster Watch over the length, the first two deliveries of the last over in the block hole. That's what you need to do in the death, especially in the death. Knowing that the batsman will be looking to play some big shots, not allowing them to free their arms, bowling straight and in the block hole. Absolutely brilliant. Bit of an adjustment in the field, having a word with the skipper now. He's done well here. Yeah, but we say now he wants the third man who is inside the circle to go back. And the longer fielder, Mahmudullah, now comes back inside the circle.
Double bluff maybe? Is he going to go back off a length?
Nope. Very good. He's actually taken the pace off the ball, so it hasn't given anything away. Mind you, both the batsmen have come into the bat, so they're relatively new in the crease. There you go. He's been fuller and he's mixed it up. 47% on the length and then further up in 33%. But he's also used the Yorker length quite wisely. Again, the Yorker length. Excellent work from Visa. They should come back for the second.
Very good running indeed from these two. What's good about these two batting now, in as much as they're not getting boundaries, they're rotating the strike pretty well. David Visa bowling very well, nailing those Yorkers in, but that running between the wickets has been exceptional. If you can't hit it, you might as well get off the strike, which is what's required at this stage. He may not be happy, but I'll tell you what, he's bowled exceptionally well on that fuller length. It's the confidence, nailing in, executing the plans.
Spot on one more time. This time there'll only be a single. Turning out to be a really good over. Discovered now with 23 runs and he will need to bowl and finish his over. One more ball in this over left. But I reckon that's a pretty decent total. First up. They've gone past 190. They're 191 for 6. It'll be a pretty big challenge for Titans to come and chase the total that Dhaka Dynamites will end up with. How many Yorkers he's bowled in this over? Terrific one to finish. Another Yorker. So in the end, after 20 overs, Dynamites have managed to score 192 for